I am looking for 600 Tutsi to rescue Rwanda and the truth. Rwanda is a country full of lies and violence. They lie shamelessly, blatant lies. They kill people without restraint. They kill in prisons, in cities and villages, everywhere. All of this is because they are protected by another, bigger lie. This lie is to spread everywhere that the Rwandan tragedy is called the genocide against the Tutsi. No, the entire Rwandan tragedy is not called the genocide against the Tutsi. It is more than that. With a whole machine of propaganda and lobbying, the United Nations General Assembly, to protect this lie, they have clothed it in strong and ruthless laws. They have disseminated this narrative in many schools and universities. Many academics have been misled and, for example, French school children are learning lies about the Rwandan genocide. It's a shame. It's a shame to sacrifice academic truth for the sake of a political lie. Any intellectual who wants to challenge this imposed narrative or ask questions about it is persecuted or mistreated. There are many examples. To liberate Rwanda and Rwandans, both Hutu and Tutsi, they must first be freed from this chain of false narratives. The Rwandan tragedy is not called genocide against the Tutsi. That's why I'm looking for 600 or more Tutsi who believe that there was also a genocide against the Hutu in Rwanda. The evidence is abundant. You might ask why I'm only looking for Tutsi. Because it's for them and in their name that these criminals commit all these atrocities. These criminals attacked Rwanda to stop the genocide against the Tutsi, they say. They have attacked Burundi several times, unsuccessfully, to stop the genocide against the Tutsi, they say. They are committing massacres and genocide in the Democratic Republic of Congo to stop the genocide and protect the Tutsi, they say. Sometimes, one might even wonder if this narrative of genocide against the Tutsi isn't the foundation of another secret, unacknowledged, and unacknowledged project. This is why the Tutsi have a major role to play in this fight for truth and the liberation of Rwandans. If they don't rise up to tell the liberating truth, time will take care of it. But it will be at their expense. This figure of 600 is not representative, but it is significant enough to bear witness. While remaining within the bounds of politeness and respect for sensitivities, but without betraying the truth of what I know about the Rwandan tragedy, I have tried to produce the following letter. This is an open letter, but when the conditions are met, we will make it official and seek channels for the President of the United Nations General Assembly to receive it personally. Any Tutsi who feels called upon and is ready to sign this letter is asked to send me the following information, worded as follows. 1. My name. 2. I am Tutsi. 3. I sign this letter. 4. My age. 5. My country of residence. 6. My job or degree. 7. My email address and/or WhatsApp number. Send me this information via my email, matterdaypeace@gmail.com, or my WhatsApp number plus 233591444554. I will compile all these names. This list will remain secret and confidential until the number of 600 is reached. But as soon as this number is reached or exceeded, we will send the letter to the United Nations General Assembly. I will send this message in 4 languages: Kinyarwanda, French, English, and German. You might also rightly ask me this: you who are writing to us, who are addressing us, who are you? I answer, my name is Rubayiza Fulgence. I am 68 years old. I am a doctor. I live in Ghana. For those who don't know my ethnicity from my nose, I am Hutu. But there is one thing you don't know. My heart has no nose. Now I ask you to listen carefully to the letter in question. Open letter to the President of the United Nations General Assembly. Subject: Recognition of all victims of the Rwandan genocide. Excellency, we, Rwandan Tutsi citizens, write to you with profound respect and a sincere desire for truth, justice, reconciliation, and lasting peace. We fully recognize and still feel the immense suffering endured by the Tutsi population during the 1994 genocide. The campaign of extermination perpetrated against the Tutsi remains one of the most serious crimes in the history of humanity and must never be forgotten or denied. At the same time, we believe that the scale of the tragedy experienced by the Rwandan people deserves wider recognition, because the international community has not been able to listen to all the suffering. While the genocide targeting the Tutsi is a historical and legal fact recognized by the United Nations, it is also true that during the violence that ravaged our country, millions of Hutu civilians also suffered massacres of a genocidal nature. So we can say that there was also a genocide against the Hutu. The current Kagame regime is doing everything to suppress any attempt to recognize this genocide. Hutus are not even allowed to commemorate or mourn their dead. During and after this tragic period from 1994 until today, Hutus and Tutsis continue to suffer massacres, executions, and serious human rights violations. For this reason, we believe that the term Rwandan genocide would better describe and better reflect the scale of the national catastrophe that destroyed the social fabric of Rwanda and profoundly affected all of its citizens. The aim of using the term Rwandan genocide is not to deny the expression genocide against the Tutsi, but to complement it and encourage broader reflection on the human suffering linked to the Rwandan conflict and its regional consequences. Historical research must remain open to examining all the facts, all the victims, and all the responsibilities. Especially as time goes by, we uncover more and more areas of uncertainty regarding the planning and execution of this genocide. We are convinced that true reconciliation is strengthened when each family feels that its pain is heard and that each innocent victim is honored. Such recognition would help heal the still raw wounds in many communities and would consolidate the principles of human dignity and human rights upon which the United Nations was founded. Therefore, we respectfully request that the United Nations General Assembly consider ways to promote broader commemoration of all victims of the Rwandan tragedy, while committing to preventing genocide and combating all forms of denial and hatred. We make this appeal in a spirit of peace, reconciliation, and fraternity among all Rwandans. Respectfully, names of signatories.